Pistons as they made their way through the tunnel earlier. They're geared up to give their fans a big treat here at home tonight. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Detroit Pistons here at Little Caesars Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for LaMelo Ball.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Up at forward, it's Miller and Bridges. Ball out there with Trey Mann, and it's Williams at the 5 down low. And for the Pistons, Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duran in at the center filling out the middle. And Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
Now, here's Bridges. Out to Miller. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Ball. Launches it. That's good from Miller on the assist by Ball.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Harris outside. Thompson passes to Cunningham. Kept alive. Here's Ivy. Sinks the triple.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Ball against Cunningham. Outside, Ball. Pass to Bridges. Here's Miller. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Mann. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And here's Harris from the arc. Ball with the rebound. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. On the wing, Bridges. Misses the 3. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harris kicks to Ivy. Thompson for 3. The Pistons rebound. Harris laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Accepting more and more responsibility over the years. Harris recognizing how good and valuable he is offensively on the backboard.
Now, here's Ball. He had 25 points last game. And Ball slams it in.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. Taking a look at the Hornets. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins. And, of course, there's the Pistons, just way behind. Now, here's Ivy. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Here's Cunningham, and Ball with the block.
And great effort defensively from Ball, timing the rejection perfectly.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Harris. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Harris has got his second bucket.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Ball finds Bridges. Back to Ball. Williams, a screen on Cunningham. And it's Ball penetrating. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And the more experienced Ball gets, the more confident he gets in those situations. Great execution.
Detroit's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And Cunningham with the slam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Here's Miller following the bucket by the Pistons. And here is Harris. This game he had 10 points, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day, what a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great sports fans. Hardworking people that really value hardworking teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
And not just the score. Miller can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
Here's Cunningham. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Now, here's Ivy. Defended by Man. The 3. Hornets with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the score.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Charlotte shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for him. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
No looking back. Ball knows once he starts moving, he's got to go all the way.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. In second, the Hornets.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to Orlando. Cunningham passes to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Ivy. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
Now we get a chance to check out LaMelo Ball. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. It's Miller on the wing. Pass to man. Charlotte moving it around. Clock at 6. Williams sets a screen for Ball. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it. But it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
Clock is at 3. Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Ball, the pass to man. And it's Miller in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. And now a 10-point Charlotte lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Shot to stop the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
Yeah, the defender's a little bit out of position, but that's what Cunningham will do to you. He works every angle.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Cunningham. Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Count that one.
Boy, that was quick.
Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
The shot by Ivy, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they've built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. A moment now to check out some numbers for Jaden Ivey.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively,
look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Now, here's Cunningham. Last game he had 12. Shoots over Curry, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Cunningham's got 7.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Here's man. Ivy defending. Miller outside. Shot on the wing. Rebound, Detroit. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. Pass to Williams. Williams a screen. Miller kicks to Curry. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And stolen by Ivy. Now Detroit moving it up. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, we got to go back and credit the quick hands of Ivy. His steal leading to those points.
Hornets leading by 7. Here's Mann. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Williams. Williams double team. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Bridges. Rebound, Detroit. Duran's got 5 rebounds tonight. And there's a foul called on Trey Mann. That's his first foul. So for the Pistons, Stewart checked in for Duran. Fontecchio's coming in for Asar Thompson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cunningham. The Hornets also changing it up. Norkic checked in for Mark Williams. Williams comes in for Bridges. And Josh Green subbed in for Trey Mann. And that one's good, Fontecchio.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Schroeder against Curry. Williams scanning the floor. Green kicks to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Miller in the corner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. And now that's 11 points from Brandon Miller. Ivy against Miller. Ivy with the bucket.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Charlotte. It's a 5-point game. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Ivy. Another 3 for Detroit.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Schroeder against Curry. Nurkic a screen on Schroeder. Here's Curry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Okay, a chance to check out the numbers for Miller. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
Yeah, and make no mistake, we're watching a special guy here, and his numbers only tell a fraction of the story.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. All reads checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Fontecchio. And it's Malik Beasley in for Ivy. And both free throws good for Curry. Pistons trail by 4. To the inside. And that one is hammered home.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
And so here's Charlotte after the basket by Detroit. Pass to Nurkic. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. Ball no good. And, well, Detroit shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And here is Williams. And stolen by Harris. And now the Pistons, fast break. And here they go. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Now, here's Ball. Here's Curry with the three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
On the court for Charlotte, we've got Green. Grant Williams is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Ball in at the shooting guard. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
Take a look at Thompson. He's definitely got a shot of making it to the top 4 slots this year. We'll just have to see if he ends up moving up.
Listen, I know this guy is hoping he gets the opportunity to be a part of it this year, and it would be a huge disappointment for him if he's not able to showcase some of those phenomenal dunking skills.
So there you go, and as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
And Detroit has possession after Charlotte getting the three. Now Curry. Pass to Green. Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. Now, here's Ball. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. And Curry has it in the corner. Now Detroit moving it up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Reedy's checked in for Detroit. What a recent stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. Fourth, LaMelo Ball.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Curry with it. Outside, Ball. Nurkic setting the pick for Ball. And it's Reed pulling it down. And Beasley has the ball here for the Pistons. They trail by 3. Pass to Reed. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Nurkic against Schroeder. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Williams can't hit.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Schroeder. Still yet to score. For 3, Harris. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Beasley against Curry. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Beasley with the steal. And they're running. Here's Reed. Schroeder finds Beasley. Jacks up a 3. Hornets with the rebound. Here's Curry. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Harris. Pistons trail by 3. Beasley for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 5 assists in the game. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Now, here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Detroit. Cunningham comes in for Tobias Harris. Williams, he's checked in for the Hornets. Trey Mann comes in for Curry. Charlotte has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Williams, a screen on Beasley. Here's Green. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Williams gets the bucket.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
I got ball. Watch the screen.
Pass to Cunningham. Takes a shot at the elbow. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Mann. Hit his foot.
Kick.
And it's being called a kickball. And the Pistons making a change here. Fontecchio's checked in. Here's Ball. Good. Nice job down low. Ball's got 9.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
So it's the Pistons now, trailing by 2. And here's Cunningham. 9 points in the game so far. There's Schroeder. The 10-footer finds the target. Schroeder's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, Cunningham has such a great feel for the game. Reads his teammates' movements really well.
For Charlotte, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Nurkic, a screen on Cunningham. Mann finds Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Detroit has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Cunningham outside. Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. And Duren slams it in.
A physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Hornets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. After a solid rookie campaign, Coach, Jalen Duren had a breakout sophomore year.
Well, Kevin, Jalen Duren knows who he is. Averaging a double-double, but he stays within himself. Doesn't take very many jump shots, shot well over 60%, and he has got a great motor.
The Hornets shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. It's a 3-point game. Schroeder dishes to Cunningham. And he drives in. Count it. Good. Cunningham's got 11.
There's the handle of Cunningham on full display with that nice tape.
Here's Ball. He's got 12. Pass to Man. Williams, a screen on Cunningham. Man passes to Williams. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss. The Pistons have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And you look at Asar Thompson, Coach, already imposing at the defensive end of the floor.
He certainly is, Kevin. And that's what they got him to do. But it's the offensive end where he has to make strides, especially in his three-point shooting. It's problematic for a perimeter player who struggles to get the ball in the basket.
Harris is checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Charlotte, Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Nurkic. And it's Brandon Miller in for Ball.
The former #1 pick, Cunningham has dealt with some injuries, but when he's healthy, he's always a factor.
Now, here is Miller. A 17-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Pistons.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them. Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Now, Man, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shots good by Miller. He's got 15. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Thompson. They trail by 1. Pass to Ivy. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Miller outside. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Duren sets the screen for Harris. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
And the Hornets making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Here's Ivy. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Mann, covered by Cunningham. Pass to Nurkic. It's stolen by Duren. And here we go. Thompson heading to the... And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Here's Mann. To the middle, and stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. And Cunningham with the slam.
Absolutely locks down on the defensive end. Thompson creating offense now with that defense.
Hornets trail by 3. Pass to Nurkic. Miller outside. Nurkic a screen on Ivy. Miller kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 6. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Harris. Nurkic finds Mann. Another shot, and stolen by Ivy. Here's the break. Here's Thompson. Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Nurkic a screen on Cunningham. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Bridges. 6 to shoot. Over Thompson. Bridges misses. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Duren. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you feel for the defense there. Duren is just a beast inside.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Hornets trail by 6. Mann with it. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. Shot clock at 5. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Bangs home the trifecta. Bridges has got 9.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way.
Cunningham. And with the rebound. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And Jalen Duren picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
So do you sit him with 3 fouls? Big decision for his coach here.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Duren. Here's Mann. In the corner, it's Bridges. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Smith checked in for Charlotte. Pistons leading by 4. Schroeder outside. Pass to Ivy. Over Bridges. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Ivy's got 4 this quarter.
Well, I like the mid-range shot from Ivy. That's a key for him in his development.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Nurkic setting the pick for Bridges. Here's Smith. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part in the dunk contest.
A lot of high flyers on this list. I've seen what they can do in-game. Curious to see what they can do on the big stage when the lights are bright.
It's hard to go wrong with anyone from this group. I'm glad we have a front row seat.
And weaving back to the first half of our game, Cade Cunningham showing out.
And what he did to those defenders, you know they're in the locker room right now discussing ways to keep the ball out of his hands.
That may be the only way to stop him because even against doubles, he's been accurate. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Pistons leading by 6. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Stan, I've always admired you come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story.
Well, look, it seems like every time Jalen Duren is on the floor, he's looking to outdo himself, to raise his own standards as a player. I really like that about him.
Now, here's Ball. To the paint, here's Bridges. And Cunningham with the block.
Cunningham has great length for his position, and he uses it right there.
All the officials are all over that one.
For Detroit, they have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game. No good on the free throw.
Well, it'll be fun to watch Asar Thompson develop over his first few years in the league.
He's off on the second. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Trailing here by 8. Ball against Cunningham. Now here's Ball. Guarded closely. Bridges finds Ball. Rebound by the Pistons. Duren's got 8 rebounds in this game. 14 feet away. Ivy on the wing. Connects from three-point range. Ivy's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons.
And this young guy, Ivy, is doing anything he wants right now, dominating in effortless fashion.
Pass to Miller. Williams, a screen on Thompson. Williams. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
Hornets trail by 11. Here's Mann. Over Ivy. That one a little long.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
The Hornets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Ball, no good. Detroit leading by 13. Here's Thompson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Got to do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Taking a look here at some stats for Cunningham. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 17 points a night, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And with the ball in his hands, he is an outstanding distributor.
Well, he is so unselfish. That's why guys love playing alongside him.
Here's Mann. Here's Miller. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And he loves that area. Miller can cause a lot of headaches for a defense with his ability from the mid-range.
Here's Cunningham. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Cunningham against Ball. Pass to Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
And there's one aspect of the game LaMelo's not going to ignore. Keeping his teammates involved and the offense working as a unit.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. Here's Duran. He's guarded by Williams. Thompson outside. Latre. No good on that one.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Miller, no up. Pistons leading by 10. Duran down low. He's against Williams. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
Ball against Cunningham. Now, here's Ball. He's tightly guarded. Miller finds Mann. Out to Miller. Shot clock at 3. No good that time. Good D by Thompson. Detroit's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Duran uses the glass to finish the layup. Duran's got 7 points in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Williams dishes the ball. It's Miller on the wing. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley. And the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation.
And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a...
The previous play is under review.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
Ivy passes to Cunningham. Fade away. Rebound by Williams.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Ball kicks to Bridges. Now here is Harris. 5 points in the game. And here's Ivy. Duran sets the screen for Ivy. Fires from the line. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass the ball. In the corner, it's Bridges. To stop the drought, there's another turnover by the Hornets. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
And the Hornets making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Here's Ivy. Williams with the block. And they'll keep possession. Thompson with the bucket.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Ball against Cunningham. Ball, the pass to Mann. Back to Ball. Now Mann. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Do you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Pistons. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Mark Williams. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pistons.
Well, you got to love their aggressiveness on the offensive glass. They have just refused to give up on any of the plays.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
On the wing, Williams. Back to Ball. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Mann gets the bucket.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Pass to Ivy. Schroeder outside. Ivy with it. Shot clock at 6. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Hornets trail by 15. Ball with it. He's got 13. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Taken third overall in 2020, LaMelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shoot it.
Detroit leading by 14. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
moment here to check out some numbers for Nurkic. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. And there's a foul called on Trey Mann. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
So that brings him up to 4 fouls. So he's forced to hold himself back a little now, which may make him a target for the offense.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Green, he's checked in for Trey Mann. Beasley finds Ivy. They set the pick. Pass to Quintman. Lays it up and banks it in. Quintman's got his first bucket in this one.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Hornets trail by 16. Nurkic a screen on Schroeder. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. 5th on the list, the Hornets.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they pass the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Ivy. Pass to Quintman from past the arc. Now here's Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. Offline with his 3. Green against Beasley. Green kicks to Williams. Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Curry with the 3. They get it back. Nurkic can't hit. Detroit leading by 16. Beasley with a clean look. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Charlotte's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Miller up on top. Left side, Williams. Pass to Curry. That shot, no good. And, well, Detroit shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Out to the right wing. Here's Nurkic. It's deflected. Beasley with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Here's Quintman. Buries the long-range jumper. Quintman's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
Inside. Out to Miller. Beasley against Green. Outside Curry. It's stolen by Schroeder. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. And the shot goes in. And the Pistons lead by 21.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Nurkic setting the pick for Curry. Down low. Off the run. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And that's one of the things Nurkic does so well. Absorb contact and still be in control.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Detroit. Free throw good. Nurkic. There's a minute 34 left in the third. Pass to Schroeder. To the paint. Here's Quintman.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Hornets. And he lays it straight in.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Pistons leading by 18. .56 left to play here in the third. Here's Beasley, and the shot goes in.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the Pistons making a change here. Stewart's checked in. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Hornets trail by 21. Curry deciding where to go with it. Nurkic a screen on Schroeder. Out to Miller. Five on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Malik Beasley.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
Both free throws good for Miller. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Schroeder. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Thunderous jam from Stewart.
19 seconds left to play in the third. Miller against Beasley. Now here is Miller. Defense is right there. Williams sets a screen for Miller. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Miller's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
And so is Detroit with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. This has been a one-sided matchup, and I don't see any signs of it lessening. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Grant Williams is out there with Josh Green. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Curry in at the 1. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And many players shy away from that mid-range shot these days, but Nurkic isn't one of them. He feels good about that shot, and they're fine with him taking it.
Schroeder against Curry. Stewart, a screen for Schroeder. No good on the 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Curry has it in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Schroeder with the ball. Now Green defending, and that one's good. Schroeder.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Hornets trail by 19. Curry kicks to Williams. Back to Curry. The kick out to Williams. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Marcus Sasser's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Pistons leading by 16. Beasley outside. Here's Sasser, guarded by Curry. Sasser can't hit. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Green. Now here's Nurkic, guarded by Stewart. The kick out to Williams. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Sasser, guarded by Curry. Nails the wide-open jump shot. And the Pistons lead by 15. So it's the Hornets now. Now here's Green. Curry finds Nurkic. Now Green outside, Ball. Back to Green. Pass to Curry. And here's Nurkic, guarded by Stewart. Clock at 4. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Williams has got 8 points in the quarter. Pistons leading by 13. Beasley outside. Stewart with the screen on Curry. Sasser. His three-pointers off the mark. And so Curry will bring it up for the Hornets. Out to the right wing. Double team on Nurkic. Ball from long range. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. All reads checked in for Detroit. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Okogie's checked in for Curry. Detroit's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Beasley outside. Drills the three-pointer.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Green. Now Nurkic. Reed covering. Nurkic dishes to Green. Outside, Ball. Over Sasser. Ball no good. The Pistons making a change here. Cunningham's checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Mann's checked in. Pistons leading by 17. Cunningham outside. Pass to Reed. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Nurkic with the block.
And that 7'2" wingspan for Nurkic, he can just gobble up shots. He knocks that one away with authority.
He was all alone on that one.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, there you see Cunningham's willingness to take contact to battle for his shot inside.
And the first one drops.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Reed. Thompson comes in for Malik Beasley. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Marcus Sasser. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Curry's checked in. Ball up top. Ivey defending. Nurkic the pass to Ball. The three-pointer no good. Detroit leading by 15. Tipped away. Green with the ball. Duren picks him up. Here's Curry with the 3. That one's not going to go.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Nurkic against Ivy. Pass to Duran. Cunningham outside. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Outside Curry. Now Ball. For the three. Moves back up. Charlotte again missing. The Pistons have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Ivy, no one around him. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of it.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And Ball understands how to get these calls, especially against aggressive defense.
Harris is checked in for Detroit. The Hornets also changing it up. Mark Williams is checked in for Williams. And it's Brandon Miller in for Seth Curry.
And since halftime, he's made a concerted effort to get to the line. Be aggressive. Great stuff.
Duran finds Ivy. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
The first free throw is good, and the Hornets making a change here. Bridges checks in, and so he hits both. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. The lead is 15. Let's get an update on Schroeder. What's the status, David?
Hey, guys, the Pistons head athletic trainer gave me an update, and this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. And this is a huge blow. This wasn't the best roster in the NBA coming into the season. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham's number. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
Ball against Cunningham. Williams sets a screen for Miller. The kick out to Williams. Over Ivy. That one wide left. Pistons leading by 17. Spins. Here's Cunningham. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Cunningham's got 25 points.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Miller outside. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second. And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Bridges kicks to Miller. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
Cunningham on the wing. He's covered by Ball. Hornets trail by 19. Bridges left side. Pass to Green. Back to Bridges. Off target with his 3. Harris with it. Williams picks him up. And it's good. 2 points. Ivy's got 10 points in just the second half.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Ball. Here's Bridges. And stolen by Harris. That's good from Harris. And a few years back, the NBA coach decided to change how they do take fouls. It appears it's had the impact they wanted, don't you think?
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. And take fouls were limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athleticism of NBA players.
Yeah, because we want to see the finish, don't we? We want to see what happens when they do get off on that kind of break.
That's where the excitement happens.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
Bridges finds Williams. Outside, Ball. Floats one up. Tries again. Williams' shot is off. Detroit leading by 22. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Five to shoot. Ivy passes to Thompson. Over Miller. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Hornets shooting for the game at 42%. At the top of the key, Williams. 1:56 left to play in the final quarter. And it's Williams finishing it off.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jaden Ivey.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
And maybe him having a game like this will get things turned around for him, because almost nothing has been going their way lately. Harris outside. Pass to Thompson. Now here's Ivy. Defended by Mann. And here's Ivy. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Mark Williams.
Well, nice use of the shot fake from Ivy. He understands how to get defenders in the air.
GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
And that one falls for Ivy.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Reedy's checked in for Duren. Hardaway comes in for Tobias Harris. Beasley's checked in for Asar Thompson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cunningham. Curry kicks to Williams. No good from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pistons.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Curry against Schroeder. Pass to Reed. Ivy with it. Guarded by Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the line, Hardaway with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Okogie. Ivy defending. To the left wing. Nurkic the pass to Green. Nurkic against Reed. Nurkic dishes to Williams. Over Hardaway. Williams' shot is off. Ivy against Williams. Now, here's Ivy. Defense right on him. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And, boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Jaden Ivey.